Hello everybody, this is Gundam Fox coming at you with a new review video here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the high-grade Universal Century Z2, released in 2014. This is a model kit I've had for quite a while and finally got around to building it, and really want to do a review on it, so we're going to jump right into it here, and as usual, we're going to be taking a look at the packaging for the Z2 here. As you can see, we have some really nice box art here showing off the Z2, both in its mobile suit and transform mode. Unfortunately, we do have this price sticker up here. Probably should try to peel that off at some point, but I did get this from USA Gundam store for $30.99. I don't know if the price has changed since then, but we have some really nice box art here showing off the mobile suit here with the HGUC prototype transformable mobile suit. Moving to the side here, we do have some images, as well as what I believe is a description, but I'm not able to read that, unfortunately. We do have some of the stats here. These are also on the instructions as well. We'll have more of that box art on this side. Here we have showing off the features and accessories. You got your little warnings right here, as usual. And then you have the other side with, again, another warning sticker here. And bottom of the box is, well, just a box. So, yeah, really nice looking box here. Really like the artwork of, especially some of these boxes, too. Like, some of the boxes have some really nice artwork for them. But, with that out of the way, we can move on to the Z2 itself. So, starting off with the aesthetics of the Z2 here, we have a really nice, clean design with the Z2 here. I really like how well everything comes together in this kit. It gives it a very slim feeling to it, despite having like this larger backpack or the wider torso as well. It still comes off as a very nimble-looking mobile suit. The colors, too, are also really nice with that sort of, like, darker blue and the sort of, like, greenish color for, like, the body. I actually wasn't really too sure how I'd feel about this greenish color when I first saw it out of the box, but when you put it with everything else that this kit has with its color combination, it really does just look like a really nice color pattern that they got going here. So, really glad about the way the colors turned out for this. For the head here, we have a very Zeta Gundam inspired head here. Really like the head design of this, with both the regular Zeta and this one as well. And you do have some eye stickers and camera stickers in there. The eye stickers are two separate stickers, so that is something to keep in mind when building this. But really, it's not too hard to really get them to line up, so yeah, not too hard there. We do have the torso with that mix of red and yellow. I'm just going to get this out of the way. There's a lot of small yellow stickers for detailing, there's some here, so a lot of this smaller yellow detailing is mainly going to be stickers here. There is also some red stickers as well here on the backs of the legs, but really most of the small yellow detail is going to end up being stickers. So that is something to keep in mind when building this kit. But yeah, you can see you have a lot of design aspects from the original Zeta Gundam, while also kind of doing their own unique thing, kind of taking some bits from the Methus as well, especially with the backpack here. I really like the way that the backpack looks, especially when you come down here to the thruster bells. These are all three separate thrusters, this middle portion here, and I really like the way they kind of like flare out. So lots of really neat design aspects about the Z2 here. You do have some inner piping detailing here. You also have some of that on the back of the legs as well. So on top of the just armor detailing, you have some hidden mechanical detail as well. And then you got the legs. The feet have those heel style look to them, which I think is really cool. I think that's really unique for the Z2 here. Kind of reminds me almost of the DJ's feet. They almost kind of had that heel style as well, but this one really makes them into these sort of like triangular heels. And I think that's like, one of the reasons that I think the Z2 looks really cool. It's just a very angular, sharp design while also just looking very clean. Like the model kit for this looks very clean. And I think comparing that to the original line art and even the Gundam Battle Operation 2 model, I do think the model kit of the Z2 is probably my favorite interpretation of it. I really like the proportions and how they just managed to get the design compared to the aforementioned other depictions of it. So, yeah, I do think this is the best depiction of the Z2 in terms of overall looks. But yeah, it's just a very clean looking design. You have these fins back here. These actually move. Get more into that in the articulation section. But yeah, overall just a very clean mobile suit with some very nice colors that they gave it. Again, really like the shade of blue they went for the majority of the body, and just the way that the red, yellows, and that greenish, minty green kind of just break everything up is, well, just really neat. Moving on to our accessories, we have quite a lot here with the Z2. We have like a whole arsenal of accessories here, but first thing I'm going to show off is that you do have some extra polycaps here. Not really an accessory, but it's just always nice to have these extra polycaps in case you need them for any of the builds. Plus, this is the only spare runner you get with this kit, so I just kind of thought I would include it anyway. But moving on to our actual accessories, the first thing I'm going to show off are going to be these pairs of beam sabers here. And I'm actually going to move the Z2, because the Z2 keeps messing up my camera focus with its bright colors. But yep, here are the beam sabers. Got a very blocky hilt there, pretty similar to the Mark II style of sabers, which is really cool. I always liked the Mark II sabers. But those simply slide into the hands here. You just kind of put those in, and there you go. You got some choppy action here with your Z2. So really nice here. Always nice to have a pair of decent beam sabers. And I'm actually going to remove one of these beams because I am going to need that for some of our other accessories here. But before I get to those accessories in question, I'm going to bring out the pair of clay bazookas you get here. Now these both are for the most part the same clay bazooka. The only difference is that they are mirrored of each other. So one is meant to go in the right hand and another in the left hand. And yeah, you have these little hooks on here as well. And you can also move the hilts in or not to have them more stored. I like to keep them out just so I don't accidentally trap the handle in. But yeah, if you don't want to have the bazookas in the hands here, you can store those in these little ports in the back here, and those simply hook in like so. And there you go. You got your pair of clay bazookas all stored up there. And in case you need some more firepower, you do have the Zeta Gundam's beam rifle. Now, this beam rifle has a lot of stickers on it. 7 stickers total for the beam rifle. These 6 yellow ones, and 1 for the camera here. And again, this does have a movable hilt. But this is one of the accessories I wanted to keep out because you can actually attach the beam saber to the tip of the barrel. And I know with the Zeta Gundam, the beam rifle is supposed to double as a sort of large beam spear. And I don't think you can really get this to hold this, unless you hold it from the end here. Unfortunately, I don't think there is a way to really get this to hold. I wish you could, because that would have been really cool. But if you don't want to use it like that, you can also have it as a blast effect. So I always like that when you can plug in the beam sabers to the rifles and, really try to get something a bit more dynamic. And the other weapon that you can attach this to is going to be the Hyper Mega Launcher here that is used by the Z2. This has the similar barrel attachment where you are able to plug it in, and I don't know if the Z2 uses this as a beam saber as well, but again, it kind of just goes back to what I was saying of if that's not the case, it is still cool to have it as a blast effect. And I do also have the right trigger hand already on here as well. So we're actually going to attach that real quick to the Z2, and these are on ball joints and polycaps, so it is very easy to just kind of plug it in, make sure you line up the hand so it fits and sits properly. And once you get that in, it should fit in snug. I'm actually going to try to adjust the arm a little first, make sure I have it set up properly. And there we go. Get in, and there you have the Hyper Mega Launcher, which looks really cool on this kit. I absolutely love the look of this weapon, the bulk that it has to it, and you also have a sticker up there to be a very long scope. So, yeah, I really like the design of this, especially on the Z2 itself. It just looks like a really neat weapon. And you do also have a second left trigger finger hand. Z2 again. You are messing up my focusing, Z2. But yep, here is the other hand and the part that goes with it. I haven't used it for anything yet, so not sure if I will. But yeah, you do have that for the really for the bazookas to have both the left and right. But if you want to put the beam rifle in the left hand, same with the Hyper Mega Launcher. The Hyper Mega Launcher and the beam rifle, you can put them in either hand. They have tabs on both sides, so not really an issue with those weapons here. But the last accessories that we have here are going to be for the transformation. First up, we have the body for the transform mode. This is where you're going to attach all of the disassembled parts from the Z2 here and put them on here. You also have a stand adapter for the transform mode, and then you have this little piece here. This is going to be for the Hyper Mega Launcher here when it is in its transform mode. So yeah, again, just a whole lot of accessories here with the Z2, and I really like how you can use pretty much mostly all of them on the Z2 here. If you want to use all of its range weapons, you can totally do that. If you want to have, a single beam saber out along with everything else, you can do that. I feel like you really have a lot of options when it comes to the Z2 here. So accessories definitely get 2 thumbs up from me. You get a lot with this kit for the price. So yeah, very nice accessory list. And next up here, we're going to be taking a look at our articulation here for the Z2. So we're going to be starting off with the head here. You do have some alright movement with the head. The head is, admittedly, it feels a bit limited. I think especially because of the neck collar and the longness of the head. I think that is kind of clashing with it, but you can get pretty good left to right for this. I mean, I feel like this is as far as you really just need to look with the kit. So really head movement is for the most part good. You have some nice up movements as well, and there's some down movement as well. You're on a ball joint, so you got some different movement here. Pretty much does everything that the ball joint allows it to do, or the ball polycap allows it to do without clashing with anything. For the torso here, we're actually going to move the arms out here. We do have not a whole lot of waist rotation. You do have some crunches and a little side to side, but not really too much special going on here. For the arms, you can technically move these the full 360, but you have to move the arms out a little just to compensate for the backpack pieces here. And you can move the arm that far out. Both the arm and the shoulder pad move, so you can kind of adjust them to however you need them. You have a swivel at the arm here, pretty nice bend, hands on ball joints, so they do all the ball joint things. You have a ball jointed skirt here. Both of these skirts are actually on ball joints, and the front skirt here is able to move up pretty much all the way here. Unfortunately, front kick, You don't get a super high kick because it is still colliding with the skirt here, but you can get that much of a split. And going to the back, you're pretty much unimpeded because there is no back skirt. The only thing back there is this little thruster piece. So you do have some back movement there. Overall, some alright leg movement. The legs have a really nice bend going for them. And then moving to the feet here. The feet are probably the one thing that I feel like are a bit limited. Front to back is pretty good, and you also have a technical toe bend for the articulation. But it's really the side to side, I feel like, is not the best. You really don't get a whole lot of side to side because of these pieces here that just kind of impede it. But really, it doesn't really get in the way of standing or posing. It is able to stand up just fine despite this. But still, yeah, the leg bend in particular, this is really a really nice leg bend. And this isn't even part of the transformation. You actually take the lower part of the leg off. So it's not like this is like a transformation thing like with the Zeta Gundam, why it has such a nice leg bend going for it. No, the suit just has a really nice bend at the leg. And for the back here, you do have these bits. They do move on ball joints. So if you need to adjust them to maybe move them out of the way of the arm, you can absolutely do that. And then these fins here, they do go in and out, front and back. So again, some more movement depending on how you want to display your Z2 here. But for the most part, the articulation is, I would say, standard in some areas and good in others. Again, I keep bringing up the leg bend. The leg bend is really good, really dynamic. And I think for the arms as well, arms for the most part are good. You have enough movement to make use of the Hyper Mega Launcher and the other weapons without it really, getting in the way. So, yeah, so articulation is, again, good. It's decent to good, depending on what parts of it you are looking at. And next up, here we have the transformed mode of the Z2 here, and just for reference, here's what's left of the Z2 after you remove all the parts and attach them to the second body that showed off in the accessories. Yeah, you pretty much have nothing left of the Z2 mobile suit body here, but it does end up leading to a really nice, really clean transformed mode. As I mentioned earlier, very similar in design to the Methus style of mobile suits. Same with the Rizal as well. Lots of aspects from those suits that you can really see in the Z2 here. And I do have the bazookas here up top. Those simply fit in those little slots there, but I'm going to remove those here just so we can really see all the detail here. And you can see a lot of that blue really just comes out. The blue just becomes the prominent color of the Z2 here over the hints of red and that minty green color. Blue just dominates the design here, and it looks really cool. You do have the Hyper Mega Launcher underneath here. Similar to even when using it in mobile suit mode, this is beam effect compatible with the Beam Saber Blade. Yeah, just a really nice looking Wave Rider form here. And you do have the fins here. These are not the same as these fins, or technically they are. They use the same exact pieces, but they still have the same movement, so you can adjust them as you see fit. Other than that, really nothing too much else on articulation here. It really is just what you see here is really what you're going to end up getting. And it does look like it's a really cool looking form. It comes together very well. It's also very easy to get into this form as well. This is my second time transforming it, and I was able to get it through memory. So Yeah, it's very easy to remember the steps on how to get it in and out of this form. And the process in general is just very easy with the way they built the Z2. So, really easy and fun mode to get into. Yeah, really good if you like to transform your transforming mobile suits, I would say. But yeah, that is the transform mode. Very cool looking. And just for some quick size comparisons, here is the high grade Z2 next to another high grade, the Origin Gundam rollout colors. Here it is next to a 1/100 scale master grade Goof, and here it is next to a tiny chibi Goof. So, what are my final thoughts on the high grade Universal Century Z2? This is a really nice kit. This is a really good kit. And I also highly recommend this kit as well. I don't think I've actually ever had a stronger recommendation for a model kit such as this. The only people I feel like I wouldn't recommend this to is if you don't like the design of the Z2, or you're just not one for tiny sticker details. Because again, you do have a lot of smaller stickers that you have to apply to this kit. But other than that, I think it is a really nice model kit. I guess the price as well, since I don't know what the price is now, especially since I feel like model kit prices have been going up slightly over time. But yeah, I still feel like with everything you get with this kit, it is worth the price. You have a very nice mobile suit mode with decent to good articulation, as well as a plethora of accessories. Not to mention, you also have the transformed mode as well. So you have quite a lot that you really just get with the Z2 here, which really just to me makes the kit worth having. It also just looks really cool as well. If you have a stand for this, I would recommend it. Just, not even just for the transform mode, but for the mobile suit mode as well. If you want to get like the pose that it has on the box here, have that sort of flying pose. So a stand, I feel like, would also be really recommended for this kit. But yeah, the Z2, probably one of my favorite high grades that I have built so far. I already gave it 2 thumbs up for the accessories, but I'm going to give it another 2 thumbs up here, just for really being a nice overall package deal of a model kit here. So yeah, that's everything I have to say about the high grade Z2. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.